Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your boy Prometheus Khan, showing you guys some clips of last week's show. If you guys missed it, me and my sidekick, Games We Played, went to a retro store right here in town. The link will be in the description down below if you guys want to click that and watch. But stay tuned for episode 14.
Hi. We are finally live.
Yeah.
Woo! Welcome to Tekd Raw, everybody. Ow!
Yay.
I'm just so excited.
Finally,
Not
right?
so much for the. I'm excited to see you guys. Don't get me wrong, but I mean,
Of course you are.
This damn show up for about a half hour.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's redo our intro.
Let's redo it.
I'm Games We Play.
And along with Prometheus Khan.
I am J-Man 1977.
J-Man was on our episode 3 a while back on season 1.
Yeah.
Uno. And he yelled Leroy Jenkins and hung up on us. So we decided to have him back. Hopefully he'll do it again.
That's what you do.
That's what you got to do. All right, Xbox. I've looked it up. I've done some research, and as I've said on the show in the past, I'm a little more of an Xbox fanboy. 10 different names. So I mean, I'm just throwing that number out. It may be less or maybe a little bit more. Regardless, there's all these names floating around about the Xbox. The PlayStation, there really wasn't a question what it was going to be. You know, I think they had a few names that they were kicking around, but we all knew. Anyway, I've got a list here. What do you guys think? Well, obviously the 720. It's been called the 720 even before, you know, this news of a new Xbox was even coming out, just based on the fact that the first one's the 360. I hate it. I think it's a stupid name. I mean, come on, let's move on from the numbering scheme. I know why they did the 360 to compete with the PlayStation, so they've established themselves. Durango, that was code name. And it's rare that a code name
that's true.
Actually becomes the real name, with the exception of the Xbox, because the Xbox was the code name. Xbox 8. Can anyone guess why they're doing that?
With the Windows 8?
Yeah, they're trying to sell Windows 8, or just plain old Xbox, like the iPad.
Yeah.
I mean, enough time's passed that they probably could get away with that. Xbox Loop.
I don't like that.
I hate it.
I heard Infinity.
Yeah, I heard Infinity also.
I was gonna get to it. That was my last one because that's my favorite. I think that's the one they should use, personally. And I think on 2 weeks, episode 13, I found an actual picture of the logo of the Infinite, and I think that'd be great. That's what they should do.
I agree.
The way they're going with entertainment and being able to stream movies, music, everything. It's like their central hub. I think that's a good name for it. So we're all in agreement.
And they can still use it as Windows 8 too, because the Infinity sign is basically an 8.
You know what? That's right. I never even thought of it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Good marketing thinking there. I wonder if they even thought of that.
Have the community vote, like they do for the Madden NFL cover. Just have the community vote. I mean, it's like voting for a president. I mean, either way, you're going to be either happy or upset. But that gives a chance for the gaming community to actually have hands-on, instead of hiring some panel of 10 people to sit around and fiddle their thumbs and say, okay, 720, just Xbox.
What kind of physical reaction do you have to Xbox 8?
Yeah. Have the community vote.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't know if they'll do it, but I think that's good. But like, regardless of the name, I mean, we all have a certain reaction. Like, how did you feel when you heard about the Revolution was going to be called the Wii?
I hated it.
Yeah, and now it's just common, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's just, that is what it is. Like 360 even was a little weird. When you talk about your Xbox, do you call it Xbox or do you call it the 360?
360.
Exactly. Like that's just, you know, and so like,
or just call it the box.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, journalists, they all say the Xbox. They don't say the 360. It's different.
Well, some journalists it depends on the journalist, but a lot of people don't like the 360 name, so that's why they do that. But it is what it is. It's a branding, and Xbox is the brand. As long as Xbox is in there, they're good. I mean, I don't really care. Infinite is a good name, or Infinity. Sorry, I was thinking of Bioshock.
Right.
Or just Xbox.
Have you seen the mock-up of the controller? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
Well, you're talking about the long one?
Yeah, it has a screen in the middle.
Yeah.
It seems weird to me.
That's not gonna. It can't.
Yeah,
be. It's not.
I don't.
It's like Kwame said a couple episodes back. It's probably gonna be a one little inch screen.
Yeah.
And that's a guarantee.
Like the Dreamcast.
Yeah. I guarantee you they're gonna have that in there. They're gonna have to try to compete some way with PlayStation.
But then also I said too, like they should give you the option for that. Like the chat pad thing. Mm-hmm. Instead of having actual buttons, have it actually like, an Android phone or an iPhone, actually have it just a touchpad keypad.
Yeah, just right.
Give you the option.
Yeah.
If you don't want the $89.99 controller with the screen, you can buy just the controller for $60, and then you can actually buy the keypad thing. I would hope they would do something like that to give people options.
Yeah. It's just but there's sometimes that can be a downfall too, because it depends on what they're wanting to do with it. If it's just going to be like an added bonus, like, hey, you get to see the map here. But if they include it like as part of the control scheme, they're going to need to implement it in that control.
Talk about girl gamers and the competitive gaming scene, and why aren't ladies able to have female characters in video games now? I had this conversation with a PMS clan gamer. Actually, a gamer crush of mine. Yeah,
I've heard of the PMS clan.
Yes. CC PMS is her name, and she was streaming one night, and I creeped her and streamed, and I was actually in the chat and talked about how did she feel about that. And she said she really didn't actually care because she doesn't actually see the character. She just sees her hands in the gun. But, my stepdaughter, she plays sometimes, and we played Killzone 3 together, and she wanted to be that girl in the campaign, and she was not able to be the girl. But she wondered why are we always guys all the time? Why can't we be girls? So I think that a lot of game developers need to implement that in gaming. I mean, you might have a gay gamer that wants to be a girl.
Yeah.
And instead of having camo, she can run around in a bikini on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
Or size 14 pumps.
Yeah. Because the camos on the guns now they're a little flowery and stuff like that. But like you said, you only get to see your hands in the gun. But when the other person is looking at you, you might want to be a girl.
Yeah. More times than not, women are only really used as a sex symbol.
Yeah.
Lara Croft is a prime example. The main reason I bought the game Wet.
I think a lot of it has to do with like most gamers are guys. They're gonna go to that round. But Mass Effect 3, you could make your character a woman or a man.
That's true.
So
that's true.
But what they had to do is incorporate the story.
Yeah.
So they had to put a lot more time and effort in to make sure that either a girl or a guy is going to play this game.
But because they did that talks to a lot more, broad of an audience. Right. Mass Effect is a huge game. Not only is it a good game, but I think that probably plays a part into it. Just the story and how they took the time to actually implement to be who you want.
They incorporate 4 different characters, and then you can be a girl. And so they're giving you, I think more and more they're giving you options. I think it's just a matter of time till they just make it.
And I think sometimes the girls have better weapons, or they move a lot more finesse and agile. Yeah. The women are more.
Yeah, they move quicker. They're more fluid. Yeah.
Okay,
it's like Arkham City. I played that. I love that game.
I did too.
I waited a little while to play it, but when I got it, I was hooked on it. It has so much content and everything. But the point is, you could play as Catwoman.
Yeah.
And as much as I didn't really like her missions, I liked fighting with her because she was a lot faster.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just because she had a different skill set, different moves.
Yeah.
But she was quick.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you're going to probably see a lot more of this anyway.
I'm going through a gaming funk.
Yeah, I kind of am too.
I'm ready for this new generation to come.
Yeah, me too. I haven't bought anything since Halo 4 or Black Ops 2, and I'm not. There's nothing really out there right now. I have not been into a GameStop or I have not been into a gaming section of a Walmart or anything in months. There's nothing out there that's really grabbed my attention.
Except Bioshock. I have to say Bioshock.
Oh, I bought Bioshock. Yeah. That was what it was, yeah. Bioshock and Crisis 3. Which I got to say, I'm not going to review Crisis 3. All I'm going to say is, come on, man.
Oh, really?
The fucking multiplayer was garbage.
Yeah, was it?
Really?
See,
It was garbage.
I guess you can't really go from Crisis 2 to Crisis 3 you know, right away because it's just the same. With a bow. You get a compound bow. Okay, but enough on that. Speaking of games, though, and funks, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon came out.
Yeah.
That's an expansion, or not really expansion, it's actually a standalone game for Far Cry 3. You don't even have to have the game Far Cry to play it.
Wow.
They just took the engine, and actually it's the same map, I think. And they cut off certain parts of it, so it's a lot smaller map.
Okay.
And it takes place 2000. Okay, granted, let's little backstory here. This is kind of a take on old 80s action movies. So you got like the Terminator and you know, Commando, all that science fiction 80s. Like RoboCop's a good example of it. So it takes place in 2007 after was a nuclear war or something like that. And you're an android or some sort of, is it android?
Some kind of robot.
Yeah, some sort of robot that you got like this red scanner on your eye. You have like a brain that's made of computer and all this. It's just the concept sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love the concept. I was like, oh, I can't wait to play this game, and I love Far Cry.
Me too.
But dude, they fell on their face.
Really?
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's been getting really good reviews, but Eric and I both bought it, and I couldn't. I played it twice, and I didn't even get past the first checkpoint. I had to redo the whole tutorial and everything, and I quit again. It's frustrating. It's just not fun. It didn't capture you.
It looks good, and concept's good, but like Justin said, they didn't really take the extra tutorial, stuff to make it fun. And you have to keep. You know how like they show you, okay, press left to throw a grenade, press right to jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to hit the A button to go to the next one. Okay, so as a joke, they go on for
too long.
20 screens of just saying, hey, this is really annoying, isn't it? Press A to continue, and then you press A, and it tells you something else. And if you've already played Far Cry 3, it's the same fucking controls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have to say Far Cry Blood Dragon is a little I would say thumbs down, but it's close. It's
okay.
Oh, I'd give it 2 thumbs. It's the same game. It's and it has like a different graphic palette, and somehow it transitions horribly to this universe. It's hard to explain. I don't get it. But that could just be my gaming.
The only good thing I like about it is it's called Blood Dragon for a reason. They have like these mutant. I'm assuming it's like the iguanas and shit like that from Far Cry 3.
Okay.
But they're bigger, they're huge, and they like glow green and red and shit. You steal these hearts after each soldier you kill. Okay. It's like a cyber heart or some shit like that. You rip it out of their chest and then you keep them. Okay. And the first I'm like, why? What am I doing this for?
It's annoying to do that too.
It is.
Yeah.
But if you're approaching something, you sound interested as hell. You're like, Jesus Christ, guys.
What? No.
So you have to throw the heart, and it's basically like fetch, and the dragon will actually go off the heart. So you can actually use that to your advantage and like go to a compound and just throw the heart over there, and they'll attack. Yeah, he'll attack them.
I didn't even get that far.
Yeah. So it's not really a thumbs down. It's not too. I don't think it's 2 thumbs down.
Okay.
I think the graphics are good.
I know you guys did your retro show, and I don't know. I can't remember if you. I don't think you talked about Garbage Pail Kids, but I bought some at Big Lots, I think. And here's some. What's this guy? Can you tell what his name is?
Blizzard.
I did until I talked.
Yeah, Blizzard Blake. Yeah, and then there's all kinds, and in the back of them, you get to put together like a poster.
Yeah.
So you get to collect them all. That. But I love Garbage Pail Kids when I was a kid. My name was Disgusting Justin. I rode a motorcycle. So I love Garbage Pail Kids, and I just thought I'd put that in there. Also, with collectible games and everything, I don't know if you guys know about Two Human. I think I told Eric about it.
Yeah, I've heard.
But they stopped making this game, and I heard it from Stinky Febreze. Remember him?
Yeah.
And he told me about it, and he said that they're not making that game anymore. They completely cut ties off. Something happened. I don't know what. But hopefully down the line it'll be worth a lot of money. So I talked my wife into let me spend like $10 on it and picked it up.
That's not $10.
So hopefully later on in a few years, maybe it'll be worth like your
Two Human. Let me write that down.
Yeah, it came out early in the console cycle, and there's lawsuits and shit like that involved because they used the Unreal Engine, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Unreal.
Yeah, and they actually made them pull all the stock that they had. So basically, anyone who had the game, and chances are, if you had it back then, you probably sold the fucker.
You guys covered so much great stuff. You know, the MC Hammer doll, I never knew existed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That thing, that was awesome. I kind of want to get one now.
There's two of them.
There's
two of them.
I didn't the commercial you guys got.
Yeah,
that was awesome. That was great how you guys like found the commercials that go
along
with it.
Easy. That was all easy.
It's a group effort.
That was great job.
Beautiful stuff.
Why that was done is, and why it took so long is, I'm starting to put the show together, and I'm thinking, man, maybe some people that watch this don't have context to why we're so excited about seeing it. I think by having the commercial or maybe an intro to the show, it gives them an idea of why this toy was made or where it comes from. So that's where that idea came from. I mean,
perfect.
It was a lot of work, but it was worth it because I think the show turned out great.
Next generation consoles, what I'm getting excited about is probably the sports games and how, I don't know if you guys play sports games, but I love sports games. But they always tend to like meeting some kind of brick wall, and they just keep on being the same thing over and over again. But I'm really excited about the physics and how well it's going to incorporate into the game. Like I just saw the NHL 14 physics trailer, and it's exactly what I've wanted all the time in video games. It looks incredible. If they can make that on the next generation, make it even look better, I'm super stoked.
Right. Yeah. Just the physics with sports games. I mean, you want the player to kind of move like their counterparts, and I think NBA 2K13 has done that to a certain extent. But still, there's significant parts of the game that you can tell that doesn't move fluent. But you got to understand that they're working on a certain kind of platform where it renders you to only do so much. But now that the next gen is coming out, I mean, fuck, you might as well just jump in the screen and play.
Yeah. In Grand Theft Auto 4, I love that game because I could shoot somebody off a building, and they would like tumble and fall off the building. It was awesome.
When Ragdoll physics first came out, I loved it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was a little exaggerated, but it was great.
When was that? That was Xbox, wasn't it?
The first time I remember experiencing Ragdoll was a game called Psy-Ops.
Oh, I love Psy-Ops.
And that game was fucking great, man. And they never made a sequel.
No.
And it was good. It was that game was so fun. That was like one of the ones I finished, and then I replayed again on a harder difficulty.
I first time I experienced was Fight Night 2004 or something like that. When you used to, punch them and knock them out, and they would hit the ropes, and they would just kind of and they would just. It was crazy. Awesome. It was crazy because you can just bounce them off the rope and just keep hitting them. And they would fall, you could uppercut them and stuff. So the ragdoll effect, that was good, but it was a ragdoll effect. It was.
Do you guys remember the game Soldier of Fortune?
Yes.
That was like it It was very gory, and that's the first time like you could blow limbs off people. It was.
Yeah.
I love that game. I would just.
J-Man, I might have to stop you on that one.
Okay.
NAM 67, from what I could remember.
Really?
That you could blow arms and legs off of the Viet Cong. They called them Viet Cong.
Huh.
And that was actually made by Volition as well.
Really?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was made by Volition.
Wow.
NAM 67, and it was borderline race hate.
Oh.
That game was very, very racial against the Viet Cong.
Is it more of an aspect of?
It was rough, man.
Character?
Even me playing it, I was like, damn, whoa, that's a little bit too much.
There's a couple parts like that in BioShock.
One more thing. Are you guys looking forward to Last of Us?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I am.
I think I'm looking forward to Watch Dogs.
Yeah. God, yeah.
Oh God, dude, that game looks fucking sick.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about it, but I've seen commercials for it. And
Watch
Yeah.
Dogs.
It's crazy. Yeah. Just get you excited about what's
Yes,
like,
it
what's on the
does.
horizon.
Yeah.
It does. You know what I mean?
And hey, we were talking about that Rainbow Six game.
Yes.
About a month ago.
Yeah.
The reason why it didn't come out is they were making it for the new consoles.
Grand Theft Auto 5 or SR4, Saints Row 4. Which you guys gonna get or play?
Oh yeah,
Had a choice.
I'm gonna get both.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how Grand Theft Auto 4 turned out. It was a little more on the serious side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Saints Row 3 was just balls out crazy.
Yeah.
crazy.
You know, and so I'm glad that Saints Row has established their own thing, their own niche. You know, because the first one was basically a Grand Theft Auto clone.
It was. You're right.
So I'm excited for both of them equally.
I am too.
You know?
You're gonna like 4. You're gonna like it, love it. There's new attributes, like jetpack flying around, and you can upgrade them. Like you can have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and max or whatever. You guys are gonna like it. Like I said, I played the game did the game testing, and I played it for a week.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I knew that's what you were playing, but you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I did the game testing at Volition.
Beta testing is cool because you get to play a game with no one, and you can't really talk about it. It's like one of those things like you're kind of in with that, especially if you love games.
Yeah.
I was loving every minute of beta testing second Saints Row. It was a good time, but it's like you said, it can get tedious. Well, it's one of the benefits of having a studio right in Champaign, especially a successful one.
Right. There was what was that one game? I know they messed it up that last time. Red Faction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this.
Gorilla was good.
Gorilla
the
was
one
the best one.
Yeah, and they totally went a complete opposite direction on the last one.
Was it Armageddon?
Armageddon.
Yeah. And I couldn't get into it, and they messed it up.
I played the demo, and it seemed fun. It seemed like a good idea, but I could see what you're saying, and it was all like underground too, wasn't it? It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love
too bad.
Red Faction. I hope they bring it back sometime.
I think they sold that IP.
I think so.
Did they?
I think something happened to it.
I don't know if Volition's going to have it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to work that out with THQ going belly up.
Exactly.
I know Red Faction was one of them that got sold. But I think Saints Row 4 actually started out as DLC, and because of TLC because of them THQ going out of business.
Exactly. It did start off
They're like, screw
DLC.
screw the DLC. We need a full-blown game.
Yeah, full-blown game. Yeah.
Anyway, I think that'll do it for this week. Next week we will be on. I will let everyone know in a video or some sort of post what time the show will be. Due to scheduling conflicts, it won't be at 11. But today's wasn't at 11 either. So, but we'll be there one way or the other, and the show will be up Tuesday-ish. So yeah.
Tuesday.
So, but it'll be up. It'll be there.
You can buy yourself a couple hours because you got Western, Eastern, and Central Standard Time.
Sure. This is all Central Time that we're talking. So, with the exception of Justin. But he's an hour. He's an hour in the future. So. Anyway, guys, thanks thanks for all hanging out and shooting the crap about games. And
Signing
Thanks,
off.
guys.
Goodbye.
Appreciate it.
Guys. Yeah, no problem.